Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the fluff you are. And yeah, as you can see, we have some precast stair sets by the looks of that. So it's going to be interesting. And obviously that big mammy jammy over there will probably be lifting those over there somewhere, and more of the steel work has gone up. So more white steels have gone up around the back. You can see it taking shape now around the back of the building and everything. So it's going to be interesting how much more of this goes up and how long the okay-ish weather holds. I know some parts of the country have been absolutely deluged with torrential rain. There's caused some floods up in Cumbria and parts of Wales, and yes, we did have the derailment of the train up in Shap, but things are happening. Things are happening. So there is people in high-vis wandering around in there, so the high-vis wombles are moving around in there. Yes, obviously we do have more of the steels and everything going up. This big mammy jammy sat here again. Grove. Got a load of leech fans. The obviously Grove crane. And all the multi sections on it and everything. You see the galley has gone up as well, so there's more galley steel up and more what some people might nickname stadium steel because it's white. There's a lot of stuff going on here, so things are happening. But out of everything else that's going on, I still wish though that some of the buildings around here, so like the buildings further down there that are disused and abandoned and left in quite a state, I wish some of those would get cleaned up and fixed and turned into something useful as well, because you never know if all this lot goes on, especially with the apartments that they're wanting to build and everything and yada yada yada, if all that lot actually goes on and goes ahead, it would be nice to have some of these upper floors and stuff, especially like over here and further down where they're all disused. It would be quite nice to have a few like upper floor apartments and stuff. Just give you a quick pokey through the holy. Look at that. It's looking alright so far. And as I suspected, the steel goes all the way up just to the edge of the curtain wall of the other building over there. So it's going to be quite a big chunk of building to go in, and there's obviously quite a bit of noise being made from over there as they're obviously bolting and connecting some of the steels together. So there's some noise going on from over there. Hey, if you want your travel packages, there you go. Another look from this angle. Again, pokey. For some people that have been complaining that it's taken a while, this is looking quite good now. Yes, it might be taking time and things were delayed to kick off and to start, but it's not looking too bad. Yeah, then, let's have a quick poke over here. What's going on down here? What can we see from this angle? You can see anything that I can't? Stick it all down below. If you're one of the workers and you're seeing this, hello. Don't mind the camera. But yes, it's going to be interesting, especially when it all comes down. And I can feel some spits of rain. Let's just venture in this way and see how close to the curtain wall we've got. No, yeah, right by it. As suspected. Right by it. It was actually a good idea. Utilise every tiny inch of space, but you actually see as the riser goes up where the form edge and then its own curtain wall is going to go. You're on camera! So you can see where the curtain wall is going to go because of the connecting spars that are there. So if you missed that bit, because I had to zoom out, so you can see where all the connections go all the way down and all across there. So there's obviously going to be like connections and spars across there. There is the little bit of gap between the two buildings. Obviously you don't want to encroach too much because old building, new building, keep some separation, but the building will be tied into each other in some form. And we've still got obviously another empty unit here and the former Pound Bakery unit there, which once this lot's all done, I suspect we'll probably have some tenants in there. Well, let's hope. But as I said, the building's over that way. So let's have a look down there, shall we? Pause for a minute. Pause. As I was saying about the abandoned and former stores stuff, would it would really be nice if we could get some of these cleaned up, usable, especially the upper floors, because behind those hoardings I'm guessing there's probably no glass and probably minimal frameage up there as well, so it would be nice if we could actually get those cleaned up and turned into usable storefronts down here, and probably apartments upstairs as well. Same with whatever was happening over here where they were doing some cleaning and stuff. So it would be really nice if we could get something cleaned and done, not just kind of, you know, a bit of paintwork and a mural on a wall. Because yeah, it's all well and good having a mural on a wall when the building it's connected to is probably internally a rotting hulk. Might not be able to smell of old dead building, but it probably does smell of old dead building. Now these buildings down here aren't too bad because they are pretty cleaned up and pretty much intact and not much needs to be done, but still, you know, yeah, okay, we've got one empty over there and probably like the American candles and stuff that's done, but beyond that, no. And no, I cannot look that way because there's trucks and stuff going on, because we've got steels there, scrap truck over there, and obviously we've got a concrete truck which has gone in over there. But what I can do is, if I'm able to, stand around and just see what happens with this lot, see who comes in and who goes out. So, but as we can see, we have some steels here, so there is some steel work. So I will pause for a second, just wait on what goes on. We have one scrap truck on the way out. Whatever's going on over here, we've got one truck full of obviously like scrap rebar and stuff that's come from part of what was left of the demolition areas, stuff like that, so it's good. Ooh, that's a tight one. It's a very tight one, what we can see up there. There's some scraps in there. And then that truck, all with the pristine white steel, they're heading into the site. That's the first time I've actually seen the site manoeuvre. Just give you a quick cheeky look inside the site from an area where we can at least view a few things, so you see where the trucks are going and stuff like that, and obviously cement trucks coming out as well. So I've got a cement truck on the way out as well, so I'll give you a bit more of a site manoeuvre. So some site manoeuvres going on, which is actually interesting to see. So 3 trucks in within the space of about 2 minutes, which is nice. Right, so I will leave it at that from here. So if you have anything to say, then stick it down below. If you liked it, give it a like. If you disliked it, give it a dislike. It's all help on the algorithm, doesn't really matter. If you do want to help with the quest to 500, then rub a dub, that's sub a dub. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. So always remember, always practice good mental health. Don't be too hard on yourself and everyone around you. The world is a hateful place at times. We don't need to make it any worse. Peace out and goodbye.